everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be my MCM Comic Con May little craft day vlog. It's not going to be as long as the very first one I posted like a year ago when it was me and G. I had way more stuff to do then. This time I had a little bit, but I still wanted to do a little cosplay craft day just to get some little videos out before the actual big vlogs come. So I hope you enjoy that video. I have no clue how the footage turned out or what you can see or hear, I'm not going to lie. But it's done. I'm kind of on a time crunch for Comic Con. So yeah, but without further ado, let's get straight into the video. It's going to be a little bit different. I am going to do a voice over it just because I didn't talk in the video. Like I just set my camera up and went on my way with crafting, so that's going to be a slight different, so I hope you enjoy it. So I need to get like a bunch of stuff out. I need the bullets. I really don't know how I'm going to do this. These ones have already started like falling apart. See, they've already started like falling apart. I don't know if they're going to be too heavy or these gems. And I need to go into the loft to get, I'm pretty sure I put all my hot glue gun stuff in the loft. And I need to run through this and get all the right stuff out. So I will be back when I am all set up.
First things first is just putting on a little bit of entertainment. I always like putting on vlogs of Comic Con or walkabouts just to give a little bit of background noise. This is kind of where we're starting out, just my little setup I have magically made in my living room is the best I could do, but I think it worked pretty well. First we're just going to start with the Nico necklace. I'm just literally going to hot glue gun a little blue gem on that blue circle just to give it a bit more sparkle, a bit more oomph, make it a little bit more 3D, if you get what I mean. And I think it turned out pretty cute. Next, I'm just going to go onto the Nico belt. I'm literally just ripping apart this cheap metallic belt to get all those little circles. And it was pretty easy. I thought I'd need pliers, but I guess I'm just so strong that I was able just to rip it apart. And now just get the actual fabric fake metal belt, and I'm just going to kind of combine the two. The circle's obviously smaller, but I thought it's better than nothing, just to add a little bit more texture, a little bit more metallic hardware to the cosplay, give it a bit more different textures and so on. Now, do just be careful. I'm kind of just like dumb and was like, yes, hot glue and metal, and it does heat up the metal, so it can be quite hot on your fingers, but I've been doing stuff like this for a little bit, so it doesn't really bother me, but do just be careful with stuff like that. And I think, yeah, again, it turned out pretty cute. I like it.
Hopefully it works. I think it should.
Now I am moving on to basically the most scary part, which is my Jinx t-shirt top belt thing. I just had to measure out kind of how many bullets I wanted on each section and hot glue gun it on.
Stick the bullets on the belt.
Yeah. It's like they were all around her top. Obviously this goes round, obviously I made it flat. And I don't know how it's going to this one because this isn't a cosplay belt because the other one just didn't fit, so I had to buy one from Primark. And this normally. And probably could have just like
Just
done,
no one.
but it's not going to.
No, but you can have one that way, eh?
No, she doesn't have that. She has it, so it's down like this on her top, and then like on her belt. It'll work out. It'll be fine.
After a visit from my dad, who does enjoy seeing what I'm working on cosplay wise, I got back on the grind of measuring out the bullets for each section and just kind of having to blindly go in to see if this would work. There was literally like no way I could really test it on myself. Don't really want to get burned by a hot glue gun, but it did work out in the end. So I did do a quick try on just to make sure that things did line up, and I realised I could definitely put more on the front. I just didn't want to do too much and then end up ruining the top. So this is just me going back in now, knowing that I can put the bullets all the way to the very front just by that belt buckle. Now moving on to the shorts, which was where I kind of ran into some problems. I kind of realised while doing this that I didn't actually line up the belt properly before I started doing this, so you do see me having to kind of take it apart again. Here you can kind of see the belt buckle is not at the front. And then once I did a try on and discussed some things with my dad, I just realised that the belt wasn't really going to work. So instead I just made this belt shape with the bullets and decided to take the belt buckle from the cosplay and stick it on to give it that kind of belt-like look when I do wear the cosplay. So I just won't have her brown belt, but it works out and it looks really cool anyway.
So by the end of it, this is what we've ended up with. This is the Nico necklace. I think it looks a lot better, just a small added little gem to give it more of that 3D look. So I think it's really cute. This looks really nice. The belt with the added little like hardware, just to add something a little bit like, oh gosh, a little bit extra to it. So happy with that. You then have the Jinx belt, added some little hardware to make it look like an actual belt, and it looks really cool on. And then her top, which literally like stands up, got all of the bullets that stay on and look really cool on. I've left these little gaps just so it can be put in a little bit easier, and it's kind of where my arms fall anyway. But overall I think we've done very well, and it was a very successful day, and I cannot wait to try it all on later.